So I've been using the iOS 17.5.1 for 2 days now, and battery life has actually improved a bit since updating from iOS 17.5. And here are a few tips I want to share with you that can help to fix battery drainage and improve longevity after every update. So the first thing I always do after updating my iOS, I like to go through third-party apps and see if they have any updates available. Even if you have automatic updates enabled, it might not always update, so I like to go to App Store and go to the update section and check if there are any updates from individual apps. The reason being is that whenever you have a new iOS, app developers release a new update to make their app optimized with the new iOS. Otherwise, the app might not run efficiently, causing you battery drainage and even overheating sometimes. And I'm sure that all of you know when your device is overheated, it negatively affects your battery, especially if you charge it in that state. So I highly recommend you guys to go ahead, open up your app store right here, and then go to your profile section, and then just scroll through whichever apps has a update. Make sure you update them once you have the new iOS installed in your device. But nonetheless, moving on. So this next tip, this rule applies not only to the iOS 17.5.1, but all versions of iOS, even if you're running the older software. Just deleting and removing the old unused apps will improve your battery life, because these apps require resources in the background, resulting in quicker battery drainage, especially if those apps are not optimized to the new iOS. Then it has harder time running on your device, causing battery drainage. So go through your app library one by one and carefully examine which apps you haven't used in the past 3 to 6 months and delete them. It's always easy to just download it back up again if you happen to need it in the future. So especially pay close attention to the Apple stock apps, such as the journal app, such as the podcast app, the news app. Make sure you delete the ones that you don't use. And speaking of Apple stock apps, the next app that I want to talk about is the journal app, because this journal app is a big time battery killer. Go to your settings. I'm going to go ahead, open up my settings, and then scroll down to your privacy and security right here, and then go down again and open up journaling suggestions. Here we have all these data currently fetching and running in the background, tracking your activity to improve suggestions within the journal app. Even if you have never used the app, these are running in the background. So I highly recommend you to either turn off all by clicking this button, just like so, or delete the entire journal app altogether to improve your battery life and reduce the battery drainage. The next up, number 4, turn off significant location. So this setting is, again, you need to go ahead, open up your settings, go to privacy and security, go to location services, scroll all the way down where it says system services, and then scroll down where it says significant locations. And you do have to sign in with your Face ID. And this setting here uses significant location, meaning it tracks everywhere you go frequently to better suggest you ads in your Apple Maps and promote businesses. So basically using your location data to sell to advertisers. So in my opinion, you're better off turning off the significant locations. And as a result, you improve not only your battery life, since it won't be tracking in the background, but also you'll improve not being targeted by advertisers. You'll eliminate this from your device. But while we're already here, right underneath the significant locations, turn off all of these product improvement related settings. This is here solely to benefit Apple and to help them use your analytics to improve their products and services. And strange thing is that after every major update, your device has a sneaky way of turning these on by default. So I highly encourage you to come back here after every major update and check if they are turned on. If they are turned on, make sure you one by one turn them off so that your battery won't be wasting for unnecessary power to send your stuff to Apple. So if you do have a device that supports always on display and you have always on display feature turned on, then I highly suggest you, from my personal experience, to turn off show wallpapers. That way you can squeeze out a bit more and stretch your battery life a bit further, in my opinion. Go ahead and open up your settings and then go to display and brightness, and then scroll down where it says always on display right here. Click on it, and then here under the customize section, just turn off show wallpaper wallpaper. That way, when you do have the always on display, it's just blacked out screen, and it just improves your battery life a bit further. So this last one is a personal recommendation. If you use your device to share data with others or your own devices, then it's crucial to remember to turn it off after you are done with it, because hotspots drain a lot of battery. So if you're not using it, turn it off. It's a reminder for you and me, because I sometimes leave it on for days running in the background and not even realize that my battery is draining. And when it comes to the Wi-Fi, the same thing applies. If you leave your house and you're using your cellular data now, make sure to remember to turn off Wi-Fi within settings, not only from your controls, but within these settings, because sometimes it just says not connected, but it's still looking and just scanning your local area for familiar Wi-Fi networks to reconnect. But this is just draining your battery in the background. So come to the settings and then turn off Wi-Fi. That way you don't even have that grayed out Wi-Fi icon. It is fully off and not wasting any of your battery. So I highly recommend you to remember to turn off both Wi-Fi and hotspot when not in use. Nonetheless, these are some tips and tricks to fix battery drainage on iPhone and improve battery life. Check out this video up next. Thanks for watching. Leave me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below for more interesting content just like this one. I'll catch you guys next video. Peace out.